Hello all my beautiful sisters from those other misters, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming this bright colourful thing, and to achieve that I'm using this bright colourful thing, which doesn't look very bright and colourful until you do that. Holy shit, she's beautiful. So this is from the new Colourpop Rainbow collection. The palette is called She's a Rainbow. Retails for $40 US and there's 24 shades in there. There's mattes, metallics, and 3 glitters. Apparently 7 of these shades are new. I don't know which ones and I don't really care. But 7 of them are apparently new. Maybe you can find that information on the Colourpop website, but this video is already going to be really long, so let's not get into that. I'm loving the layout of this palette. You've got 6 color stories. You've got pinks, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and then they gradiate in their color depth and they play around with textures as well. I think it's actually really smart and I like it. I was actually going to buy this palette. Yes, I was going to buy it. I made a Colourpop order for a custom palette and some other items, and that was sort of on my, oh my god, am I going to buy that beautiful thing? And Kat sent me a message and she was like, do not buy it, because Colourpop were kind enough to send it to us. So they sent us the whole rainbow collection and Kat was like, girl, take it home, have some fun, play with the rainbow. Some other things that are in the collection, not everything I'm using in this video, Rainbow Road. So this is a quad of Super Shock and Jelly Much eyeshadows. So there's 2 Jelly Much shadows, these guys, a pink and a yellow. We've got No Rest for the Vivid in the pink, which I quite like, and Origami in the yellow. I'm not sure if they're existing. I'm dropping things. Then there are 2 Super Shocks. We have the Fizz, which is green. It's not called the Fizz, it's called Fizz. And this one is called Shy Guy, which is very cute. So that little quad from Colourpop retails for $20. And then there is also more things. I'm dropping everything. More rainbow inspired things. There's a Head in the Clouds face milk set. Has watermelon, papaya, pineapple, no, turmeric, matcha and acai, and I believe acai is the new one. This retails for $25. There's also the thing that's like falling and dropping is the same thing every damn time. I may as well talk about them right now. They are the Just a Tint lip tints. So they did send, I think they actually, Colourpop sent these to Kat, and she gave me a couple to take home. So I've got 3 there. I'm wearing this one, Z-Boys, on my lips now, but I'll talk about them more in the final thoughts. Color Me Happy. This is a 5-piece mascara set. Mascara for anyone who's normal, unlike myself. And essentially it comes with 5 different colored mascaras. So there is Coral Mascara, which is also known as Lover's Quarrel. Coral. Look, I'm not even... It is what it is. We know what we're talking about. Then we have Pink Ink, which is the pink one. There is Yellow Goodbye. There is Kiss and Teal. And there is Purple Pros. So that's a cool little pack. Coral Mascara I've used in the past. Love it. It's beautiful. And that set retails for $40. Then there's the Overchromatic BFF Cream Gel Liner Bundle. It contains 5 of their gel liner pencils. This retails for $20. I might just swatch these real quick and show you how they look. All right, there's the shades. So the blue is Prance, purple's called Piggy Bank. The yellow is CRSSD. Crossed? I don't know. Help me out. Maybe I'm too old for this shit. The orange is Puppy and the green is called Electric Daisy, and they are pretty fucking fun. And then we have this guy. This is Mad About Hue brush set. This is my first set of Colourpop eyeshadow brushes, and you're going to be so impressed with me. I actually completely forgot to use them when I filmed this look. So these are going to stay in the drawer of things to play with, and I'm going to have to come back to them another day because I've got to say, look, I'm pretty disappointed in myself coming from someone who's one of my biggest obsessions is makeup brushes. How did I forget that I've got new ones to play with? I don't know. Anyway, we'll come back to that, but it's a 5-piece set and it retails for $20. The last thing I'm going to be trying in this video is something that I've had from Colourpop for quite a while now. It is the blush and light sticks from Colourpop. So I use those in this video as well, but let's just get into the look. So I'm going in with a bright yellow. I don't know what the pigmentation's going to be like, so I really tapped my brush off. Probably safe to go in with a bit of extra product. So I feel like the pigmentation it's not too bad. You can sort of go in soft with a little bit of product, or you can build it up, or you can go in hard with a lot of product. I do feel like they're actually a little bit difficult to get them to sort of blend together seamlessly. So I'm just using a little bit of the extra yellow to help blend out that orange. Just putting a little bit of extra orange over the center of the lid. I'm going to do like a red liner, hopefully with the eyeshadow, but if that fails, I'll just use an actual eyeliner. I feel like I've got to use one of these glitters. They just look so pretty. I'm thinking I might go the orange because it's pretty. It's not eye safe, so keep that in mind. What the fuck is that banging? I think this look needs some purple. Definitely should have done this before glitter, but that's alright. We'll make it work. Never should have felt. So I'd say that purple is quite intense. The pigmentation is definitely there. But again, I feel like it makes it ever so slightly difficult to blend into other colors. So I've just picked up a little bit of the orange and I'm sort of helping to blend it over. They're not becoming muddy, which is great. I need a little clean one. And now I'm doing the same with the yellow. I'm loving this color combo, but I've got to put one of these like sort of reddish shades in there. This one here looks quite red on camera from what I'm seeing, but it pulls really pink. So I'm actually going to go with this one, which I also don't think is like red. Let's give him a little swatchy. Yeah. So this one, yeah, it looks red, but it's pulling very pink. I don't know if you guys will be able to tell. This one looks quite orange. Are they gonna be right? Are they gonna do what I want? Probably not. What happens if I mix them together? Mixing them together doesn't do much. look, whatever. We'll just play and see how it goes. I am going to lay down a concealer where I want the shadow to go. I'm just going to use the MAC Studio Finish concealer. This is in, nearly dropped it, NC20, no, NW20. I tell you what, I reckon if you set that with a nude eyeshadow and popped on a little bit of mascara, tight line, look pretty schmick. I'm tempted, but I'm going to continue on because I do want to use one of these shades. And I think what I'll do is actually use both. We might see if I can do a little gradient. I feel like I need a better brush. Switching to a larger liner brush. This is from Sigma. It's the E05 and I was using the E06. Give that brush a little dust off. Look at my stained fingers. And I'll go into the sort of darker shade. Why does that look purple? I don't like that colour. So I'm taking that almost dark coral that has gone on quite red. I'm gonna go over it. It might just add a little bit of red tone to it to fix it up. I'm using the E06 brush again. Alright, I've got to clean up these wings a little bit and I'm just taking some moisturizer on a cotton tip and I've got a bit of fallout down here, so I'll take that away too and I can touch up the foundation when I'm done with the eyes. Ooh, okay, we'll go with that. Hopefully it happens on the other side, otherwise I'm in trouble. Not so good. Alright, we're a little bit further out on this side, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. One more thing on my eyes before I want to like move on to the rest of my face and then finish up my eyes. I want to use this guy. It's from JD Glow Cosmetics. It's called Candy Paint. It's one of their metallic liquid liners or gel liquid. I think they just call them liquids. And I just want to see if I can line over the liner. I really need to be resting my arms to do this, so let's do a little bit and then I will come back when it's done. This eye's done, this eye's not done. The reason I use something like this is to just clean up that line so that it's nice and smooth and it offers some definition. I have concealed and cleaned up. I even did some cream bronzing. I did some cream bronzing with the Illamasqua Gel Sculpt in Silhouette. I don't know how I feel about it, but we'll see as it wears and things. But the reason I haven't set my base is because I actually want to use some of the cream blush and highlight sticks from Colourpop. I've had these for a while, haven't actually used them. I'm going to go in with these two shades. So the blush is called Under Pressure. This is that color. And the highlight that I've got is called Bullseye and it's that color. So let's start with blush. I'm thinking, look, let's apply it directly to the face here and see how it blends out. Was this a mistake? No, it wasn't. It actually seems to be okay. Oh, but it's lifted my foundation. You can see. Let's touch that up. That's annoying. I'm going to pick it up on my brush and we'll try it this way. What you doing right now is not for me. You in a night trouble with my sleep. Look, I don't think it's gonna be a fave, but it's on. Highlight. I'm going straight in with the brush. I don't really want to put it directly on my face. I think it just goes on a little bit heavy, and then you've, you know, got to work to blend it out. And because I'm wearing a foundation, I'm using the where are you? The Pro Glow. It will move fairly easily, and it's a very thin formula in comparison to these sticks, which is a bit more firm, which makes sense because it's a stick, not a liquid. Well, you guys won't be able to tell the difference between my unset dewy foundation and the highlighter, but I can see it. It's subtle and glowy with a little bit of like a micro sparkle. I actually think it's really pretty, and I can picture this just on the face on summer. If you're going barefaced, it's just skincare and sunscreen, add a little bit of this for some glow. I think that would actually be really nice, and I kind of wish it was summer here because I kind of just want to put that on my face one day and see how it looks, but I'm gonna have to hold off because it's cold as fuck here. Okay, I'm just gonna use the Australis Fresh and Flawless. God, I'm struggling with words today. So this was my handbag powder, and I went to pull it out one day to use it, and the lid had come out of the lid, which is a very common problem with these, unfortunately. So she's being delegated to Project Pan duties. I'm just gonna little dust under the eyes and little dust over the face. I have this guy. This is the Overchromatic BFF Cream Gel Liner Bundle. Now, I didn't bother to use these to actually apply a wing liner because I'm pretty like crappy at using pencils to do a wing, so I prefer liquids. But I do want to use these on my eyes. Whoa, Jesus. They are pigmented. So I'm going to, what am I going to do? I actually don't know. Let's try Piggy Bank on the waterline. Ow. Why did that sting? Oh, they're really pigmented. Wow, okay. I'm also going to take that on the outer part of the eye. Now I'm going to take Puppy, and I'm going to put her here. 4 AM, I'm sick of you. White dress looks good on you. Usually I would put like a similar colored eyeshadow over it to see how they, or to like lock it in place, but I want to see how they wear on their own. I want to see what their longevity is, so I'm just going to leave them like that. All right, I do have this as well. Color Me Happy. So these are the mascaras. I kind of want to use the Kiss and Teal, which is a teal shade. I don't think teal's really going to go with this, but we're going to do it. That mascara wand is too big for me to get any precision. I'm going to use a Benefit angled brow brush. Just picking up my product. This might be a bad idea. Oh, that's a fucking terrible idea. Don't do that, folks. Benefit to the rescue again. This is, I don't know, a little smudgy something something. It does have a little spoolie on the end, so I'm just gonna pack her up with product. Get her nice and covered in the good stuff. Try again. Alright, that mascara is, I don't like it. It is really thick and it sort of clumps up on the lashes. It is so thick that suddenly my eyes have realized that I actually have lashes on my lower lash line and I can see them in my peripheral vision. And when you're looking at it, you can barely even see that the lashes are covered. The opacity isn't there, it's just a really thick product. So for me, that is a no-go. I really like the Coral mascara. I think that packs a punch and it's worth, you know, the effort of putting it on. But the Teal, I just don't feel like it really adds much. Alright, there's one last thing I want to put on my face before I finish everything off and do my final thoughts. This guy. This is Just a Tint from Colourpop. They are the lip crayons. I don't know what shade it is. Oh wait, there we go. The Boys. The shade is The Boys. Oh, kind of smells like passion fruit. Alright, let me finish up these eyes and the brows and I'll be right back. We'll talk about these products. So here is the final look. What I did was I tightlined with a black eye pencil just to offer some definition, and I popped on a little pair of lashes just to look. This sort of look could it could cope with even the biggest lashes. This is a lot. This is a very extreme amount of color and sparkle and big bold eye. Now I've actually been wearing this makeup since I filmed it. I have been wearing it for shit, I need to leave very soon. I've been wearing it for 5 hours. So I actually have a pretty good idea about how some of this wears. So I want to start with the eyeliner. I use the purple in my waterline and I'm actually really impressed with how that's held up. I've used some pretty expensive eyeliners in the last few years and some of them don't even last an hour on my waterline, and that's kind of what I was expecting out of this one. And for it to still be on there like 5 odd hours after I applied it, I'm pretty happy with that. I can't guarantee that, you know, it would get through 12 hours of wear, but so far so good. Why is my lid wonky? Are we seeing that? She's wonky at the tip. Anyway, so far so good with the eyeliners. I would totally be comfortable buying more of them from Colourpop. Just a Tint. I don't mind these. These have quite a thin formula, but, well, this shade, The Boys, appears to have good pigmentation, and it offers like a bit of a glossy tint to the lip. I wouldn't say they're hydrating. I put these on fairly dry lips and my lips still feel dry. I actually feel like I need to put on a lip balm. But I quite like the way it wears. I have reapplied this like 5 times today, so don't get it twisted. These don't last for a long time, but I like the way it looks on the lips, and when it does sort of start to wear away, it goes from quite a glossy finish. Let's put some on and show you. So quite glossy to like a sort of satin finish, and then when it actually wears away, it looks, you can tell it's wearing away, but it doesn't look patchy or yuck. While I'm here, I may as well take this one off and try the others. So this shade here is called the Strand. I would say that's almost a My Lips, but better with a pink tint. So that one I don't think is as opaque as the Boys, but it's a pretty color. And this one here is called Rise and Shine. So this looks a bit more like an apricot. Oh, I love the way these smell. I want to eat it. So that's a bit more of like an apricot terracotta-ish color, but I gotta say, I don't like the way any of these look with my look. So I'm taking it off. That's totally not a Colourpop product, and I apologize because it's cheating. It's NARS Camden Girl, but I do have to like jet out as soon as I'm done finishing with this. So that's gonna be my finished lip color. And with these eyes, like, look, at least it might distract from my skin. The Just Tints. Let's talk about these. I actually really like these, and I think they're a great addition to Colourpop's range. Now, Colourpop has a lot of lip products in their range. They've got matte liquid lipsticks, they've got the ultra matte liquid lipsticks, they've got the lip glosses, they've got the glosses in two types. They've got the squeezy one and the wand type. They've got normal lipsticks. They've got lippy sticks. Like there's a lot. There's a lot of lip products in Colourpop's range. But I feel like this is a smart addition because it's kind of like, I would liken this a little bit to their lip glosses, except they're in a chubby stick form and they offer more of a tint and slightly less of a gloss, but they're just as easy to apply. They wear just as nicely. I really like them, and I want to see them make the range even bigger. I like them. They smell great. Like, by no means are these a long wear product. There's nothing like super amazing, immaculately special about these, but they're just nice. They're nice and easy to use lip products, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I would buy more of these, like I would buy more of the liners. I think they're great. The mascaras. Okay, so look, I only used Kiss and Teal, and I'm very sorry, but I don't like it. I didn't like the way that it applied to the lash, and I feel like it doesn't offer enough intensity to make it pop. It just doesn't have boldness. You can see it when you look up close, but it's not that. There's no pop. So not a huge fan of this one. And also, like, the formula seems quite thick. I mentioned in the video that I could like see my lashes in my peripheral vision. It was such a strange feeling, especially since it was sort of on the bottom of my peripheral vision. Very weird. Yeah, I will play with this a little bit more, but I'm not feeling the love with it straight off the bat. Coral Mascara, I've used this before, and I gotta say I do love her. So I think formula might, or maybe not formula, it might just be the color, like the color pigment in the formula, like, you know, maybe they change it ever so slightly. I don't know, but I'll have a bit more of a play with them. But so far, the Teal, not a fave. The blush and highlight sticks. So look, I'm getting a bit shiny. but I've been wearing this makeup for a long time, so maybe I can just powder it down a little bit. And I feel like we can still see a little bit of the highlight, but a lot of it is lost. I've got to say, like, I feel like the highlight is quite subtle. And I did mention when I was applying it, like, it would look so pretty just on bare skin, middle of summer, like, nice. I'll be hanging on to that to play with it some more. The blush, where'd you go? Like, where? I don't know. I don't see it. I'm not usually much of a cream blush person. I suppose I'm not much of a blush person. I find that often they're so pigmented and I'm just like, oh, now I look like a clown because I've got a heavy hand. But I do enjoy the colors that I have here. So I've got Under Pressure, which is sort of like a pinky coral shade. And then I have Aloha, which could pass as a bronzer, but it's got some mauvey hints to it as well. So I'm not sure how that would work. But again, I feel like I need to play with these more. The highlight stick is sort of the winner where I'm like, oh, I'm excited to play with this. Whereas the blush sticks, I'm a bit like, I'm not really sure if this is ever going to work, but I'm willing to have a bit more of a play. And the last thing, the eyeshadow palette. I like this. I really do like this. So I think I'll start with the issues that I experienced with it, just so we can get that out of the way. I felt like when I was trying to blend one color into another color, I had a little bit of difficulty with that. It was almost like they just didn't really want to blend. Like once they were on the skin, they didn't want to, they didn't want to blend together really nicely. But to combat that, I just went in with a little bit of my like transition and blending shades, tiny bit, fluffy brush, you know, blended into other shades, and that worked fine. And I didn't get any muddying, which is fantastic. Something that I noticed after wearing them for a while, I do have some creasing in the glitter. Let's see if we can show you that. So that's something that doesn't bother me because I don't feel like I can see it until I'm like up close and closing my eyes and having a good look. But I do feel like it's something that I need to mention in case, you know, that is something that's going to really piss you off. Also, the glitters aren't eye safe. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that, but yeah, that's just, you know, you're a grown-ass person. You can make your own decisions, but the glitters aren't eye safe and they crease. So there you go. Now you know. Overall, the color selection I love, and I love how they've done the rainbow, they've done the color gradient, and they've done the different textures. I just love it. I really enjoy it. I look at this and I'm like, I'll never use the blues, probably ever, but I love it. It's beautiful and it's fun. So yeah, I think this is really nice. I liked how I could apply some of the shades really softly with a tiny bit of product for like almost like a washed out watercolor feel, but then when I needed more color I could just build it up, or I could go in straight off the bat with extra product on the brush and, you know, get a bit more punchy. I like the quality of these. I don't think it's amazing. I don't think it's earth-shattering. I think there are plenty of other much more beautiful formulas on the market, but a $40 palette that's all the rainbow, 24 shades, I don't think it's that bad. Like I'm pretty happy with it. For me, I feel like this is a palette that, look, it's not going to get a lot of use. None of my palettes do. I've got so many of them and I've only got 2 bloody eyeballs. Like there's only so much makeup that I can put on my face. But it actually makes me just happy to look at it. And it's fun to use and there's so much to do. And when I pick this up, I know I'm always going to leave with a bright, bold, colourful look. And to the lady at the supermarket who said she loved my eyeshadow and she appreciated it, Good. I'm glad, because I appreciate it too. Now I've got to go out to dinner looking like this. Alright guys, so that's it for me on the Colourpop Rainbow Collection. If you picked up any of these products, even the things that, like, you know, the Just a Tints or the blush and highlight sticks, things that weren't a part of the Rainbow Collection, or if you've used the liners or mascaras, even the single shadows, like, you know, there's only 7 new shades in here. So if you've used any of these before and you got feelings about them, whether they're good, they're bad, they're indifferent, let me know how you feel. Like, let me know what your faves are, the things that really tickled your fancy, or things that didn't quite hit the mark. Let me know. Let me know your feels. I really like this collection. I think it's really fun. I do think Colourpop released too many damn things and it's hard to keep up, but when they hit the mark with a collection that like makes me happy and inspires me, yeah, makes me happy and it inspires me. What can I say? It gives me the good feel. So this is one of those collections from Colourpop. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.